Check it out. What once was just an overgrown fence line at the edge of our field here is now a mini crawler course. I've done some cleaning out, just enough to get a course going for the minis. This is the TRX4M 18th scale. This should be good for 24th scale as well, so I'll be trying some different vehicles out eventually, but this was the first one I wanted to try, and it turns out everything works pretty well. There are some good challenges. It's not too easy, but it's not too hard, and I didn't have to do a whole lot of work to get it that way. Just cleaned up a bunch of brush and trash and such that was hanging out over here, and now I have a pretty fun course. It's nice and short, which I think will be good for testing, and when you want to just come get a quick run in, you can. Eventually I'll have some gates up and do some competitions. Also hoping to get some people that are usually driving the track, which is right there between race car motos. We'll do some crawling, hopefully. I think that'll be a lot of fun. And maybe they will want to get in on the big crawlers as well if they like this enough. This is a good place to get started because it's so cheap. This one is about $150. I did put a different motor in it, the Mofo RC big block. I also put the low range gears in because with the stock gears and that motor, it did add some speed, but it lacks some torque. So now it has more torque than stock, and the speed is pretty close, I would say. Maybe a hair more, but I'll have to drive them back to back to really have a good comparison. These actually turned out pretty sweet in this tree. When I saw it, I thought maybe with a smaller comp body it would fit, but if you line it up just right here, which I am failing to do at the moment, it does fit. Getting some bind here. That rear bumper's catching. Oh, that could help. There we go. Had to work for it that time. But when I see a tree like that, I gotta use it, right? It's a pretty cool feature there. And these are nice round tubes here to come down on. I'm not driving this too well right now. A lot of reverse. Not counting those just yet, but eventually do some more competitive runs, especially with gates, be able to keep score and compare changes to vehicles. Got some side hill action there to test if you want. And then back into the rocks here. Steep down for a tricky traverse. See if I can line this one up just right. Should not have reversed there. It's kind of a waste, but just wanted to be sure I wasn't too far offline here. Sometimes a little wheel speed can get over those holes, but not necessary this time. It was decent there, I would say. The bumpers on this rig do hang up. That is the downside of it, but that clipless body system and the scale looks, it's pretty nice to have. So I'll probably leave these bodies stock in that way. Maybe trim up the bumper a little bit or figure out a different body I can throw on for comp times, but it's a nice look and really quick and easy with that body system to get a quick run in like I'm doing right now. So that's the course right now. I'm going to keep adding to it, making it longer, making more options, but it's a good start. Hopefully you guys enjoyed checking it out, and I'll be back to do some more as I make it better and better. So this is what I started with for my mini crawler course, and it's a lot of fun. It's just a pile of rocks. I can sit on this bucket here and drive all kinds of different lines, throw some gates up for more of a challenge, and it's even more fun. But I wanted a bit more of a trail driving experience with the little guys, so that's why I spotted that fence line trail and made it happen. There were already some rocks there to work with, so it didn't take a whole lot of work, which is sweet. That's another nice thing about these mini rigs is you don't need very substantial obstacles, and you can find a fun challenge out of them. It doesn't take a whole lot of work to get something going that is worth driving and will keep you entertained. So happy to have another spot to drive them. I'll be adding to both and probably finding more spots like that to continue the mini fun. So I would say one man's trash is definitely another man's treasure.